Now, if you've never had any Pandora jewelry, you're probably wondering how to even open these bracelets. In this video, I'm going to show you how to open these using, for example, a credit card. Hey guys, my name is Ricardo. Now let's get started with the Pandora hard clasp snake chain bracelet. If you want to open these, there's this small stripe and hole right here. And if you want to open these, you simply need to put your fingernail in there like this, and then it opens up right away. The way to close these, you see this hole right here. This is where you put this piece here on top, and then you just put this in there. I would hold the other side here together and then press this quite hard together. Now the challenge is sometimes, this is, if it's a very new bracelet, closing this is really hard sometimes. If you can't close it properly, right? The way you can close it, if you just put it on a surface like this and put like something underneath, like a towel, then you just have it on and you just press down. If you're the other way, and this is how Pandora obviously wants to do this, is if you use Pandora's bracelet opener, which is this one here. The way to open these, don't use the tip, as I've experienced as well, because this just makes it super hard. My recommendation would be to use the side, because the side gives you more attack point or angle to open these, and it should open up in a second. There you go. If you are on the run and you don't have, you know, these tools at hand, the last way, and this is the way I wouldn't recommend usually, would be if you have a credit card. Now, if you use a credit card to open these things, same principle as before. I would not use your credit card directly. Use any other card that you might not need. I would use a corner, just like this, or the side here again. And if you press it in, similar as before, right? Just press this in and it opens up again. Be aware, if you use the corner of your credit card, as you can see here, let's use a fresh one, it will slightly harm the credit card on the side. This is all nice and good if you can just use it like this and put it on your finger or your arm or your wrist simply by swiping it over. But as soon as you have charms on top of this, this is gonna come quite difficult, right? The way to do this is I would hold this side here, use a finger like this, put it here, and then take the band and I just put it in here, and then hold this, and then use another finger to close it. Now, what else do we have here? I think I have another one. No, that was the wrong box. The next one is the Pandora Moment Snake Chain Slider Bracelet, which is this one right here. So the way it works here is, you can see it's quite simple, right? If you open and close these here, it will adjust to the size of your arm, for example, right? But if you want to open this thing up to add like specific charms, for example, then there's this tiny button here, right here, that you have to press. So if you press this, then you can just pull this apart. Now, this is on both sides, see? But I would just use it on one. Now, if you want to put this back together, again, press this button. There's like this small tiny dent right there. Press it. Put this in here, click, very softly. Let it go, and now it's done. They have told me in the store that you shouldn't use this ball all the time to adjust the bracelet size. Though I found when I just put this on and I adjust the size like this, right? This is how you could adjust it. You hold the two things on top and you just slide down the ball until it fits your desired length. But I found, so when you try to open and close this with this small thing here, there's no chance. Like, I struggle so hard with this. And if you have like charms on top of this thing, this will become real struggle. So you need to decide if you can use the ball up and down. It will, over time, it will not be as tight anymore and it will just loosen up quicker. So keep this in mind with the slider bracelet. As you obviously see, I'm not the typical user. I purchased these items for my partner, right? In this channel, all I do is share what I learn about all the different brands that I encounter, or that you maybe tell me at some point that I would potentially purchase. Next item that we're going to discuss is the Pandora Reflections mesh bracelet, which you can see like this. The mechanism itself is quite simple. It's similar to the other one that I've shown you the first part. You have also like a small dent here. If you press it, it will jump open again, like this. The way it opens is just, this is the maximum as it opens. And you can see this tiny hole here as well. This is where you will put this end in. Now this is the way to close it, and basically you just put this in here, and the tip is just press this down like a little bit. So it kind of sinks in there, as you can see. Then you just close this and then it's done. Now the tricky thing is, putting this on your wrist is a little bit more challenging. The way I found is super easy is, if you hold it like this and you put it on sideways, like this, so you have this one on top, and you grab this end, pull it slightly up, and you simply put this thing in here, press this in, push it down, done. This is the most traditional one that you probably have seen. It's a simple carabiner, but the way it works, you simply open these. I would recommend you hold it like this here, press it down, press this down, and then just slide this in, done. Now be careful with these, because you have these smaller carabiners on the side as well, because this is where you put in a charm, so be careful that you use the right one, which is this big one right there, which has the Pandora sign. If you have it on your wrist, you put this on like this. This is how it's done. Now you don't notice, because I'm gonna cut this out in the video, but this took forever. I purchased a lot of bracelets from Pandora itself, but if you're curious which of these bracelets actually a must-have based on YouTube itself, then check out this video where I explain the must-have items from Pandora. See you there.